Hola clase. Hoy vamos a completar los apuntes de los comparativos y los superlativos. You will recognize these, I think, from Spanish 3. You guys took notes on more than, less than, things that are equal, so comparing equal things by saying as fast as tall as. So this is sort of a quick review of those notes. So first of all, this is in your pink packet. You will see a list of your different kinds of art, starting with cubism, and then on the next page you see los comparativos y superlativos. So starting with letter A, to talk about someone having the most or the least of a characteristic or quality, you're going to use the following formula. So we start with the definite article, the el, la, los, or las, then the noun, so whatever noun it is that you're using in your sentence. If you want to say the most something, you would use más and your adjective. If you want to say the least something, you would use menos and then your adjective. So just to give you an example of what that would look like, he is the tallest student. So you would start by saying he is, el es, and then stick in your formula. So el estudiante is your noun. And then what you're really saying instead of tallest is most tall. So he is the student most tall is what that really says. El es el estudiante más alto. Now, if you wanted to get rid of the student part, so let's say you wanted to just say he is the tallest, you would just say el es el más alto. So you get rid of the same word in the Spanish part of it. So you're just getting rid of your noun essentially. Otro ejemplo. ¿Vas a comprar la obra más reciente o la obra más caro? So here's an art example. Okay, so that just says, are you going to buy the most recent artwork or the most expensive artwork? So to say the most recent, we just said la obra más reciente. The most expensive, la obra más caro. This should actually be cara because the word we're describing is obra. Okay, letter B, to talk about someone or something being the best, the worst, the oldest, or the youngest, we're going to use a different formula than we used for the most or the least. Okay, you will see that at the end of this formula, sometimes day is going to be used to name the group to which the things are being compared. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So first again, you're going to start with your el, la, los, or las, depending on what your noun is. But then this time, instead of putting your noun right next to the definite article, you're going to choose either best, worst, older, or younger to add to that sentence. And then your noun. Okay, so for example, the best house would be la mejor casa. Now, if you wanted to say the best house in the neighborhood, you would say la mejor casa del vecindario or del barrio. The reason for the es in parentheses, my pen is going haywire today, I'm sorry, is so that you can make things plural. So for example, the best students would be los mejores estudiantes. Or the oldest boys would be los mayores chicos. So that's just showing you that you can make it plural if you want to. Okay, un ejemplo del arte. Esta artista tiene las mejores obras. Dios mío, so many typos today. Esta artista tiene las mejores obras de todos. Okay, so this artist has the best artwork of all. Okay, one relatively new thing would be letter C, which is on the back of your pink packet. So this is a way to say that something is extremely good, bad, or interesting. We add the ending isimo, or isima, or isimos, or isimas, depending on what your noun is. So just to give you a couple of examples, la pintura es bellísima. It's like saying the painting is extremely beautiful. So, so pretty. Or las acuarelas son feísimas. So that would be like the watercolors are so ugly, like extremely, extremely ugly. So by adding this isimo or isima to the end of an adjective, it's just making it extreme. Okay, extreme something. Okay, y la última is to show equality. So that's where these tan statements come in. So the first one says tan como, that's as something as, so like tan rápido como, as fast as. And then tanto is as much or as many as. So the difference is that tan is used with adjectives, and tan is used with adjectives and adverbs, and tanto is used with nouns and verbs. So an example of tan would be, las artes dramáticas son tan interesantes como las artes plásticas. Okay, so dramatic arts are as interesting as plastic arts. Okay, so we're never going to change this tan or this como. It's always tan something como. But the adjective matches whatever is being described, whatever's being compared. So notice this interesantes with artes dramáticas. Okay, here's an example of tan used with an adverb. Yo trabajo tan rápidamente como tú. So I work as quickly as you. So here's an example with an adjective. Here's an example with an adverb. So that's describing or comparing equal things. And then the word tanto can be changed to tanta or tantos or tantas, and that is used with nouns and verbs. So, como por ejemplo, el artista tiene tantas obras como ella. So the artist has as many works of art as she does. Or, trabajamos tanto como ustedes. We work as much as you do. Okay, notice at the end, in English we say as much as I do or as much as she does. In Spanish, you just end with the subject. Okay, so that's a quick and dirty version of the comparatives and superlatives. So please, if you have questions, jot them down. We're going to do some practice for homework in your orange packet for next class. So don't fill that out for today, but we'll also do some practice sentences to start next class. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, please let me know when we start class next time. Okay, hasta luego.